Live. What is up, ATG fam? Back in the studio, episode 96. I got a very special guest sitting right across from me. Is Alexander Gonzalez.
Yep.
We go way back. He was one of my favorite junior wrestlers, one of my favorite kids to coach. He's a grown man now, as you can see, running his own businesses. Can't wait to get into it, bro.
Let's do this.
Let's welcome Alexander the Great Gonzalez. I always have to mess with the soundboard, bro.
No, I totally.
How you been, bro?
I've been good, man. How
Thanks
you been?
for stopping by.
Of course.
You said you just came in from out of town. You were
I was in Dulce, New Mexico. That's about I'd say 2.5 hours away.
Dang. What were you doing up there?
I was there for a graduation and on work for calls and all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were saying I wasn't sure if you were coming back here for graduation or.
No, I was over there for the graduation.
Got
as well.
Got you.
It was like working, and then in the middle, I had to go to my friend's graduation because she graduated this year. Shout out to her, 2025.
Shout out. What's her name?
Aaliyah Maria.
Aaliyah Maria.
About to be a track star, man, for real.
Heck yeah. Maybe future guest.
Yeah.
You were telling me she was doing some dope stuff.
Yeah. You'll see. Watch this.
Dude, and then you're like, yeah, I'll just pop in, do a podcast real quick.
Yeah, why
with
not?
the
You
homie.
know, I've been excited about it this whole weekend.
Heck yeah, dude. I'm glad you said yes. I was like, we have a lot to talk about. It was cool running into you. I'm trying to think of the last time I saw you. I feel like it was maybe like at a high school duel match or something like that.
I'd say a dance. I think the last time I seen you was at a dance.
At a dance?
Yeah, I swear.
Like a country dance?
Like a country dance.
What the heck?
Like somewhere in the sheriff.
Maybe. I mean, yeah, I have been to dances there. It's been a long time though.
Oh, a long time. You know what? Yeah, no, that's got to be it. That or either when I was competing for state.
Yeah, when you were competing for state in high school.
Yeah.
Dang, those were some good times, man.
I know. I feel like I'm 30 already.
How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
20 straight up. Yeah, I'll be 21 this year in December.
So for those of you guys that don't know, maybe most of you do, but I used to coach junior wrestling at Belen, where I grew up.
Great coach,
and
by the way.
Alex, he was one of my students of the sport. I think you were maybe in like 6th grade at the time.
Yeah, that's
you were like one of my older kids, and Alex always helped me out. Like he was one of those kids that would like learn the move, master the move, and then like volunteer to like teach other little kids the move. And I was like, this guy's a G.
I'm gonna try to do the nationals this year if I can,
Heck
or next year.
I'll be your coach, bro. Let me know.
Oh, please, that'd be so cool.
Just like old times, I'll get you all hyped up.
I'll be like, whoa,
slap you,
backslap, man.
Yeah, you know how we do it.
Yeah,
dude, those were some good times, bro. This is like 2019, 2020, maybe.
We're already in 2025.
Yeah.
Man. Time's going by fast.
Those were some good times. Like, do you think wrestling helped you out a lot? Like, just like what do you think was your favorite part about doing the sport of wrestling growing up?
The athleticism, yeah. Just like, I would have stayed a skinny guy. I remember you remember me.
Yeah.
I like absolutely my wrist was all the way up to my arm, just like the same. I feel like it really helped me out with just staying in my cardio and staying just body built.
Yeah, I agree. It teaches you like. It gives you basic skills that you can basically use in anything in life.
Yeah.
Like really anything. Like teaches you strength, hand-eye coordination, discipline. It checks all the boxes.
To be humbled.
And that's something you learn real quick.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like your first year, you don't know nothing.
Oh,
they don't have like ranking systems in wrestling. Like if you join in 6th grade, there's a good chance you're going to be wrestling a kid that basically started wrestling since he was 4 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm gonna take off my shades real quick, bro, because I can't see you.
Dude,
you can take yours off if you want.
Burning down.
It's hot in here, bro.
Like stuck in a matrix, man.
Yeah. But dude, those were some good times. And honestly, I think you were one of the ones that like encouraged me to do the Greater Southwest.
Yeah, no,
like
I remember.
Do you remember that?
I actually still have your medal on my wall to this
Do you
day.
really?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, bro.
To this day.
You earned it, bro, after all that you've been through.
Oh man, I've been through a lot. I just wish to never get in that position again.
Yeah.
I remember you coming to visit me in the hospital.
Yeah.
After I had that bike accident.
Oh man, that was scary.
It's like the worst week of my life. I will, honestly. But it's also the biggest blessing of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank the Lord. I'm a big God-fearing man.
Heck yeah, man.
Definitely
I've been
would say
seeing
so.
some stuff. I didn't know you were a spiritual man.
Oh, it's crazy because I'm not like at the time being, I knew who the Lord was. I knew who God was,
Yeah.
but I didn't exactly like put my all into him the way I put into him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say that I was thankful. I just didn't acknowledge him as much.
Like half in, half out in a way.
Yeah, and now I'm like I could definitely say I have a relationship with God. That's a big flex.
Heck
for,
yeah,
for
dude.
everybody,
Oh, dude. 100%. That makes me so happy, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I could tell, bro. You could just tell you got the joy of the Holy
it's just
Spirit
good.
in you, bro.
Good vibes, man.
Every time I
just
see you, I'm
positive
like, you know
vibes.
what? Alex he's always glowing, bro. You got that good energy.
Like I've had a lot of negativity come my way, and growing up, and I just feel the best way to get rid of all that is just to forgive it.
Yeah.
And continue to be as positive as you can. At one point, I was just as negative because I really let it get to me. But one day, I just kind of thought, what is this doing for me?
Yeah.
If negativity comes my way and it ruins me, why should I be one to go ruin someone else's?
Yeah.
So
You got to like break that cycle.
yeah, I mean that cycle's rogue. Like a lot of the ties that I had with people, that like grew up with me in ways for things and all that I've done,
Yeah.
or like even come to bullying or something like that. We're all cool now. Yeah, we're like so cool. Like they're actually my good buddies nowadays.
I love that, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, life is so much better when you just forgive people and move on.
Yeah.
Like what's the point of you carrying on baggage that you don't even need, or
Yeah.
if it's not serving you,
Yeah. Well, be yourself is a big one. For me, I like grew up trying to be someone who I wasn't,
to like
so-
blend in.
Yeah, exactly. And it came back all on me. And
Yeah.
one day I kind of just said, I'm going to do me, be me. This isn't getting me. I don't want to be that guy anymore.
Yeah.
So I did me. And that's when all those negative people came back on positive, like good terms and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, that's good, man.
Shout out to all those people. You
Shout
guys are
out.
all loved by me.
Yo,
And
shout
God.
out. Jesus loves you.
He's there for you.
But you better not act up. Just kidding.
It's like a rap, dude.
We're gonna bust some freestyles after this. He told me.
Yo, we're about to go crazy.
He's like, bro, I got hidden talent. I was like, what? He's all, bro, I've been freestyling. I was like,
hey, hidden talent, guys. You guys won't be seeing this on podcast.
sign up for what's it called? I was gonna say OnlyFans, but not OnlyFans. What is it? Sign up for the Patreon. You guys got to sign up for the Patreon. You get to see Alex freestyle with the cowboy hat.
The Cowboy Channel, bros.
Dude,
Get a new
so
podcast.
we talked a little bit about the wrestling and stuff. I'm proud of you for sticking with wrestling all through high school. That was cool. It was cool to see.
Yeah.
Belen is it's tough to wrestle in that school.
Oh,
for sure.
It's super tough, because I will tell you guys, I came from Belen High School. They're a tough crowd. Everyone there is a tough crowd. They expect the most. You need to be the most. But the thing is that they help you get there.
Yeah.
They don't just expect it from you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. It's they have very high expectations right off the bat, which is kind of freaky, but once you're like in the world and you're doing it, you like build so much confidence when you step outside of it.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed. Like our wrestling rooms were just like torture. Everyone, it was like toxic almost because everyone wanted to beat everyone. It was just, and I hope it's not like that anymore. But then we would go as a team and wrestle other schools, and I was like never more proud than to be part of that team.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like you fight with your siblings, but then when it's someone's picking on your sibling, you like got their back no matter what.
Yeah, no.
It's kind of like that type of camaraderie.
I think that was probably one of my best years of my life is when you were my coach, because I was able to like you not a lot of people understood the way that I worked.
Yeah.
Or not a lot of people seen that I had ADHD. But
Yeah.
you've seen that. You've seen it right through me.
It takes one to recognize one, dude.
I feel like a big thing for me in wrestling, like competing against all the teams, is that like I at least had one friend from every single team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You were always very peaceful and stuff, but when it came down to wrestle, like you turn the switch on.
We just had a dink
Yeah.
offense. Yeah.
Once I figured out your style, because every wrestler has styles.
Yeah.
Some kids are just brute strength. Some are tall and lanky like you. Like there was some stuff you could pull off that I would never tell anyone to try. But I'm like, Alex, go for it, dude. Just send it. And you're like,
just suplex.
Yeah, like the most riskiest move ever. But I know you'd like pull it off, dude.
You know, speaking of suplex, is that illegal nowadays?
Suplex, there's like rules. Like they can't like if they land on their head, it's like an illegal slam.
Disqualified.
So you can like suplex someone,
but have
your
to land
knee has
the right
to
way.
touch before theirs or something like that.
Oh man,
I think I don't know.
We'd have to go to the tournament this year.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Or else people would just be like Hulk Hogan slamming kids. Like I could see that happening.
I've seen that a few times actually.
Like just some straight up kids getting
just
slammed on their head.
Boom! I'm like, this is not WWE.
And the ref like doesn't even like look, bat an eye.
And everybody's screaming at him.
Dude, some of these refs like there would be like a kid getting choked out for like 2 minutes and the refs just like not even paying attention. And then you like lock hands for half a second and they're like
I've noticed that so much
too. Yeah. Like, dude.
Why,
like
man?
I guess they just like only look when it matters. I don't know. Maybe it's just they still got the hate for Blend. Huh?
Hey, they're a good team. I will definitely say so. They're a good team.
If you're from Belen and your shoulders touch a mat for half a second, just you're done.
Yeah. Switch to new school.
If you're from another school, they're like,
yeah, exactly. No,
kids like flat.
Nah, you guys continue to be the best of the best, man. Yeah.
No, shout out to the refs. We love you.
Yeah, we love you guys.
But that's what I would always tell kids, like, don't leave it up to the refs. I don't care what sport you're in. Yeah. If you leave it up to the refs, they will always screw you, even if it's not their fault or your fault. Like your job shouldn't be to make it that close to where it's up to a ref to do 1-2 point, you know?
Yeah.
You should just be destroying everyone. So there's like no question.
You know, exactly. Or like when you're pinning someone and they're just not seeing it, like both shoulders on the ground, and then it's just 10 seconds that went by. Why haven't you called this, you know? And then there we go. Now we have the new round and I have to fight this guy again. Yeah.
Dude. But one thing I noticed about you, bro, is you've always been like a leader, bro. You've always been like a leader and you've always had like a heart for helping people.
Yeah.
I've noticed you've always like been willing to help someone, even someone like kids that you didn't know. And you were always coachable too. Like you weren't a kid that like knew it all. It was like, you know, because some kids do think they know it all and they don't listen to their coaches. They're like, you don't know what you're doing, or you don't. You would just like do it. Like, all right, coach, you know what's best. Let's do it. You know? And that like to me was like, dang, not only is he a leader, but he's coachable. Like that's what you want in a young man, you know?
Yeah.
You want to be able to be criticized, but you also want to be able to lead people. So that's one thing that stuck out to me over those years for sure.
I love wrestling for real. I kind of miss it, you know. Like I keep telling my mom, "Hey, I think I'm gonna join the nationals this year for the open division.
You should
take on some 30-year-old your man."
Oh, dude, there's like some 40-year-old dogs in there.
There's some jockeys in there, huh? Just
like
bam, 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 bam.
A lot of those dudes are like coming from like Jackson's MMA.
Oh yeah, no.
So some of them are like some old dudes who train jiu-jitsu their whole life and then they just go
into
wrestle for a weekend.
Yeah, just
like, hey, I'm like us cowboys, like just like work out for a week. We're like, we got this.
Ranch working, you know, hay baling.
It was cool to have you in my corner though when I did Greater Southwest.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was fun.
I think I still have that video.
Do you?
Yeah, it's on like my old phone. It's an Android.
Dude, I was never more nervous out of all my years of junior wrestling my whole life, high school. I was probably never more nervous than wrestling that tournament for all my junior wrestlers.
Yeah. Because,
you know, dude, you coach these kids for years and they look up to you and they think you're like the man.
Yeah.
And then when it's time for you to go out there, they're like, okay, let's see if he's really the man.
Oh, no, but you took some big guys on that. I was like so crazy out to see how huge dudes were that you had to take on.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way that dude is this and this weight.
I lucked out for sure.
Oh, that was
I took second.
Oh, I did. I remember that. I feel like it was your speed. Your speed was unmatched. Your speed was bam, bam.
That's always been my strength for sure. But it's always like came back to bite me sometimes in matches.
Yeah.
Because I go like 100 miles an hour in the first minute.
Yeah.
And then by like the third period, start being like Conor McGregor. I'm like dying. My asthma's kicking in.
Yeah.
So I just had to tell myself, like, you have to pin him in a minute. Like, if it goes past a minute, you're done.
Yeah, no. I was
so if you guys are older, if you're old men or you're whatever, like,
I'll see you on the mat.
The sooner you pin them in that tournament, the better. Because your lungs, you think you have lungs and you don't.
Yeah, no. Cardio is a big thing. If you're in wrestling, cardio
Dude,
is a big
There's
thing.
there's running shape, there's football shape, there's lifting shape. But like if you're just a dude who works out at the gym, let's say you run a couple times a week and you think you could just go wrestle a tournament,
Yeah.
it's a whole different type of cardio.
Whole
Like
new
you're
cardio.
using core strength that you haven't used in years.
4
Just
minutes.
holding someone
4
down.
minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes.
4 minutes, you're already like at your peak. You're
Yeah.
already like, dang, what am I
Dude.
doing right now? Why can't I pin this guy?
So I kind of want to go back a little bit, bro. Like, you have your little brother Zeke. You could tell he's always looked up to you.
Oh,
He's another
so
great
cool.
wrestler. What was it like growing up, like as a kid, like having a little brother like that? Like, what was your childhood like?
Well, first, I grew up on the reservation. Navajo reservation. I'm Navajo, by the way.
Shout out to the Navajos.
Oh,
I don't have a soundbite for that one, but
dude, just anything.
Keep talking, bro. I'm just gonna make sure I turn this screen up.
I'd say I grew up on the reservation. I had my grandfather and my grandmother. They had a big part in raising who I was as a human being. We lived in this trailer with a few more than 100 acres of land.
That's
and
a
we lived
lot.
right next to a school. We're the only people that live right next to the school.
Okay.
It was a Navajo school called Baka Doyaji. I was going to school there for a bit, and I was going in and out and in and out.
Was it like the whole Navajo tribe, like elementary type school?
Yeah, I'd say so. And then like a few of other people who just live around the area, I'd say. But it was mostly like just natives there. I got expelled from that school. I wasn't the best kid. My ADHD was like completely high. Like,
Were you just like a talker?
it wasn't
Because
even
that's what I would always get in trouble for. Like I was a good kid at school, but I just could not sit down. I would always just talk everyone's ear off.
Well, now that I'm old enough, I can see what happened that I didn't see when I was younger. I feel like I got bullied a lot. I don't know what it was. I just it was just consistent.
Yeah.
Over and over and over.
Dude, that sucks. I hate hearing that.
And then my teacher, she just wasn't the best person either. But, still, I hope she's doing good wherever she's at. I feel like it was just talking. Yeah, I just feel like it was a lot of talking. And I didn't understand half the questions because I didn't understand the learning process that they were trying to provide to me.
Right.
I had this one kid stab me in the back with a pencil.
What?
Yeah, I got in trouble for talking too much in the front. That is some crazy stuff, huh? Like a full, just regular leaded
What the
pencil.
heck is wrong with this kid, bro?
He was like the worst kid in school,
like a bully?
like a straight bully, and all the bad kids like sit in the back, like in the middle section,
Yeah.
where the teacher can just only see this section. And one day I got talking a little too much. The teacher sent me in the back, and they pulled the other kid in the forward.
Yeah.
And I sat right in front of the worst kid in school. And I don't know what it was, but he was just bugging me. He was just like
Just
tapping
doing
the back of my
things
head.
to
And
egg
I was
you
like,
on.
yo, stop. And then like a few seconds later, you just feel this bam. I'm like, what the heck? I turned around and like he broke the pencil in my back. Like just like the tip lens.
So there's lead in your back and just broken off.
Yeah.
That
I remember
sucks.
I was like super what is it when your emotions like completely get out? Not sensitive, but it's like when you
Like
do
on
too
edge?
much. When you do too much. It's
like trauma?
dramatic.
Like you had like trauma, like you're just
It was just
like always on your toes.
Yeah, but I was super dramatic and I don't know. I just wanted everyone's attention, I guess.
Tell Tiny Tim I won't be coming home this Christmas.
I just remember standing up in class and I was like, ah, and then dropped to the ground.
I can't feel my legs.
No, that is, like,
Dude, but still, I mean, you have a right to scream, bro. Pencil in your back is like, I don't know
pretty
anyone who would
bad.
just like take that and be
I was like
chill.
6 years old, I think. I
Oh,
don't even
dude.
know.
I think at me as an adult, if that happened, I'd be screaming.
Pain tolerance was not high at all.
Jeez, bro. Lead poisoning, all that.
Not even. I got back home and my dad, shout out to my dad, man. He's like the biggest hero in my life, man. I love that guy.
Heck yeah.
He was like getting like alcohol wipes and my mom and him were just trying to get like the lead out and they finally got it out and just bandaged it and try to cleanse it, antibiotics over time, and I'm all good now. I'm here to this day, so something worked.
So elementary school was kind of rough. Kids just, dude, that's the thing, bro. In elementary school, like kids will find one thing. Like, you know how like my whole podcast is going against the grain. Like the more you could stand out, the better.
Yeah.
Like God made you special, different, like be that.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to conform. But it seems like growing up in elementary school, it's like if you don't conform and you stand out in any weird way, you're just like a target.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it doesn't matter what it's for. Like kids will just be ruthless, pick on you. I got picked on in school too, bro.
Yeah. I was a super sensitive kid, so like just even hearing like jokes and stuff, I just couldn't even take it. I already been through so much at that point. I just couldn't take it, you know.
Yeah.
I've been to like 3 different elementaries. I got kicked out of 3 different elementaries. I was just a big talker, man.
Yeah.
I went to a Indian school in Albuquerque.
Okay.
My mom, my brother, and my dad. We would sit in this little Toyota, I believe. It was a little Toyota, little single cab.
Yeah.
We'd all sit there. There'd be my dad, and there'd be me. It was a manual, by the way, so we had to move the stick.
Yeah.
I had to like move my legs on this side or this side, and then there was my brother next to me, and then my mom. We drive all the way to Albuquerque. I say Albuquerque. Oh, Gallup.
Like all on the front, just the single.
Yeah, we go all the way to Gallup, and
that's pretty far.
my reservation to Gallup is like already an hour and some. So they drive all the way in the morning, drop us off at school, do whatever they had to do at the time being, pick us up, we'd go all the way back. So
that's crazy, and that's where you finished elementary school?
Yeah, well, kind of. My parents end up moving to Arizona. Okay. I believe that's when they had my brother for a while. My brother was born in Albuquerque. I remember.
So you guys have been back and forth from Arizona to here?
Yeah, but I stayed with my grandparents.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They told me that they'll come pick me up on my birthday, and they came back, and that's when I seen my brother again. He was a little more grown. The last time I seen him, I was like, wow. Like, I'm blessed to have a brother. I love my brother so much, man. He's so cool. He's like the quietest guy.
He is.
But
he's a silent killer.
Observant. Super observant. But that kid, not talk around that kid.
That kid you couldn't tell if he was like paying attention or not because he's just so silent.
Yeah.
But dude, when it came, because I coached his brother as well, that kid would throw down, bro.
Yeah,
Zeke would throw down.
He's
and when he gets pissed off, you get it.
Yeah, he's like pretty huge. Dude.
I bet you having that time away from your brother too made you just miss having a brother so much more too.
Oh, I
so like when you saw him, it was that much more.
Well, it's the first special. Time he couldn't talk. I never heard him I don't have no memory of him like being able to speak the first time.
Like he was just be chilling.
And then when he came back, he could talk. He was like, Alex. I was like, yo, what the heck? I have a few photos of us and everything, but they'll stay locked up for a long time.
In the archives.
Yeah. And then after that, I ended up moving to Arizona. On my birthday, they picked me up. We spent my birthday there. And then we left to Arizona. And then I started 2nd grade there and finished in 5th grade. And then we moved to New Mexico. All right, no. We moved to North Carolina. And
dang, that's far.
Yeah, my dad just had a lot of like work, so we started traveling with him so that we could be in those places with them.
Yeah.
We moved to North Carolina, and I was starting 6th grade, but over there in North Carolina, 6th grade to 8th grade is middle school.
Oh,
so I started middle school.
That's how it is like everywhere. I didn't realize.
Yeah, and then I was there for like half the year, and then we moved to New Mexico. My dad had another job to do. We moved to Los Lunas, New Mexico.
Yeah.
I started my 6th grade in Sundance. My dad's boss, he recommended him wrestling. And that's when I came in. And that's when I met you. And I spent my 7th, 8th, 9th, I believe. Yeah, 9th. And then 8th and, not 8th, 10th and 11th was kind of a struggle in my grades. So I couldn't even do like wrestling when I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And then senior year was like my biggest comeback.
Heck yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So
dang.
I stuck with my parents forever.
That's cool. Shout out to your dad's boss, dude.
Oh, dude, they're
you didn't do that.
Cool people.
I would have never got to experience that.
Yeah. I don't know if you recognize the name Lucas Luna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
He's the guy
I love Lucas. Lucas
hit.
Was the one who actually came to me about being the head coach.
Yeah. Oh, no way. That's so cool.
He reached out to me.
I believe he was a coach, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the head coach before me.
Oh, that is so bad. For juniors?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Shout out to Lucas.
So shout out to Lucas, bro. Good man.
Good man. Great man.
Good businessman.
Yeah.
He's just locked in, man. And he trusted me to run the program, and we had fun with it, man.
Yeah.
I miss it for sure because I haven't been coached in like 3 years.
Yeah.
And I just see videos or like, you know, like some of like my last wave of junior wrestlers is starting to graduate now.
Yeah.
You know, like now the youngest kids
All the youngest
are
that you
all
have,
like seniors,
yeah,
and
it's
you know,
crazy,
it's
man.
like it's mind blowing experience. But it also makes me super happy to see guys like you take off, do good. You know, you guys all branch out. Everyone kind of is doing their own thing.
Yeah.
But like, just that work ethic to see you guys actually using it in real life. You know.
Yeah. Well, nowadays
Like-
it's just a lot of work for me. Yeah.
Yeah, discipline, man. Like showing up every day, like not taking days off. Like when you feel like crap, like still showing up and getting stuff done. You know.
Yeah.
Like no human being enjoys working every single day, you know, but it's just what we do. You know, once you just accept it, the sooner you accept it and just make the best of it,
Yeah.
life
Just trying
gets
to
so
make
much
everything
better.
better for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just, that's the way to go. That's the mentality that I have right now. I feel like I was so focused on so many individuals in my life
Yeah.
that I came to the point where I've been taught that I need to focus on myself more than I'll focus on others. I got to put myself first.
Yeah.
Put God first. Put God first.
That's
and then
the key.
put yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. That's one thing I struggle with too, is I like to pour into people, and I just kind of like put myself on the back burner a lot of times, to where this year I've really had to like take a step back and pull my energy back towards myself.
Yeah.
You know, because I just, if it feels good, it's good to help people. It's good to pour into people. It's good to love people. But you got to remind yourself to like balance it in a way too,
Yeah.
because you lose sight of who you are. So it's like just that balance. But like when you put God first, he kind of just like triages everything, and
everything happens in order for a reason.
Yeah. All of a sudden doors will open up. All of a sudden you're shaking hands with this guy you never knew could help you out in a business. You meet the love of your life. You're not even looking. Like things I can't tell you how many stories I've heard like that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, my life was a mess. I was just spiraling, and then I started seeking just God only, and all of a sudden these things, all these good fruit just started happening.
Yeah.
Without even me making it my focus.
It's all God's word. Really.
Yeah.
God has a plan for all of us. I feel, anyone going through any struggles, don't stop trying.
Yeah.
There's a reason you're on this earth. Everybody has a path. You just haven't found that path yet. God is trying to guide you that way.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have that, like to have God in your corner.
Yeah, no.
Totally. It's like, it's cool because like I know a lot of times I feel like I'm doing it by myself. I'm hard on myself. I beat myself up, but then I'm like, dude, like it's just, you can't just put everything on your shoulders. Like you got to give it to God, and like just pick yourself up, tie your bootstraps.
Open the book for once, man.
Yeah.
There's so much answers in there for you when you don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I'm reading it like it's a story right now.
Yeah.
So that I'm able to come back to it to find the answer when I need the answer.
Yeah.
Like I have so many questions to ask, and I'm sure a lot of other people do too, but I feel that Bible has absolutely everything.
Yo, I 100% agree. And it's all relatable stuff too.
Exactly.
Like everyone thinks like everyone in the Bible is like perfect, and like everyone, like they're all people that you can relate to.
They have all had struggles.
Like you all,
too.
like I just finished the story of like Samson. Remember Samson with like the long hair, super strong dude. So Samson, he was like the strongest dude in the Bible. Like
okay, I know what you're talking
Samson,
about.
like I forget what book it is. I'm so stupid. I should know the name. Actually,
Google.
let me do it real quick. I'm remembering the name, but I'm not. Shout out to our intern. Took off today. Oh, Judges. So it's in the book of Judges, yeah. But the story of Samson. I'm not gonna like spend forever on it, but it's just that dude is like, his life reminds me of mine. Like, God. I feel like God anoints people. Like He always wants the best for you. Like he there's this like version of you that God wants you to be, and it's like the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
But we like take detours on our own. You know what I mean? And sometimes we like don't do the right thing, and sometimes we fall off the path for a while. But it's like in that story, he kind of did that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he had God's favor, but then he would slip up.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And then he would still had God's favor, but then he would slip up, and then and it ultimately led to his downfall, just like disobeying, but still God never gave up on him. That's like the main takeaway. It's like you can slip up countless times in life. And like, cause I know a lot of people, like they'll do a bad thing or they'll feel guilty, and they just like, they're like, that's it. I'm not good enough. I'm out.
No,
like I ruined it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm just a piece of crap. Like, look, see, I couldn't even do that.
You know, that's the thing. That's like the perspective. Like everybody will bump into that perspective once in a while. But like I said, even if it's not the Bible, there's a lot of people around you who could give you the answers because, you know, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying the Bible doesn't have all the answers, has all the answers. Just there's some people who have already experienced things that you haven't experienced already, but you've experienced it and they know what to tell you. Yeah. Like my dad tells me everything. Like when I'm in struggle and I don't understand what's going on or why I feel this way or why this is going on. Yeah. He'll find the best possible way to tell me it'll be all right.
Like something he went through that he overcame or something he did wrong. Yeah. Yeah. It's a cheat code. It's a cheat code, like to listen to people and actually, you know, apply it to your life. Yeah. Because I know when I was young, I didn't I listened to people. I listened to my dad. I had like certain people, but like I would always question authority always. So like instead of just doing the right thing, I would like be like, well, why do I have to do it that way? Yeah. And then I would go do my own thing and then I would get burned and I'm like, oh crap, they were right.
Dude, no.
And then I would go do my own thing and then I'm like, oh, dang, why do I keep doing that? And they're like, dude, we told you. Yeah. Like you keep messing around doing stupid stuff. Like you're making your life harder when it doesn't need to be hard, you know?
Yeah. Shout out to your dad though. He's a goat. Every time I see him, he always brings positive.
He remembers you, bro. I told him you're gonna be on the podcast. He's like, dude, I love that dude.
Yeah, no, I gotta come over to train with him for
team he's got an arena at the house. He ropes all the time. Even if you just want to come jump on a horse.
Oh yeah. I'll totally just bring mine over and swing it down, you know.
Dude, so after high school, when did you start getting into like riding horses and like getting into like that Western lifestyle?
I started riding a little more and getting into team roping in 2019. Okay. 2019, but then once I like won my first like 2 buckles, I say, like my couple of buckles, I just kind of liked that city life because everybody I was surrounded with, they were like in that city life. And I was like, oh, you know, I kind of want to do that too. Yeah. And, you know, I wasn't exactly like that person to see it all the time. Yeah. My best friend like completely brought it back out of me. Shout out Aiden Delgado. That is one dude I could definitely keep around all the time. You know, always brings good vibes, bring good positivity, you know, like especially when like what I was saying back to you earlier, like when I'm down, he'll come and bring it up.
That's what's up.
He does a lot of ranch work. So I started helping him out a lot with a lot of the stuff, you know, moving cows to other properties, feeding the cows.
Just out there, just
irrigating. Yeah, all that.
Dude, hey, you ain't country unless you've irrigated. No. Like, at least,
you know,
that's like, was my childhood, bro. Oh, and this was like before fancy irrigating. Like, this is when you could flood the neighbors and they'll like kill you.
But I had that, you know, ranch life around me growing up. Even on the reservation, I had stuff like that. Like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was so afraid of sheep growing up.
Oh, sheep?
Sheep. What the heck? So my grandma would bring out potatoes and like she'll like start peeling them, and you know, like the skin of the potato, she'll put it in a Walmart bag. Yeah, she'll peel it. She'll make what?
Put the skin in the Walmart bag.
Potatoes or spam, potatoes or ground beef, and she'll put the peels inside of a Walmart bag. And once she's done with all those, she'll go, Alex, go feed the sheep. So I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go feed the sheep. I'll grab the bag. I hated feeding the sheep, man. I don't know what it was.
Were they like just savages?
Well, we had like a corral made of pallets all the way around. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, the sheep definitely can't get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they'll.
Yeah, but once they like hooked up and they seen like they'll hear the little like Walmart bag moving, that's when they'll all get up. We had like 9, 12, like we had a lot of sheep. But the thing is, I would try to feed them and they would like try to bite it. But like one almost bit my hand one day. I think that's when I started getting afraid of it. And then he hopped over the fence and started chasing me, dude.
Oh, shoot.
He wasn't chasing me. All the sheep would like follow him too. So it'd be like 13, like 14 sheep.
So one would go and then the rest all
ready to jump me, dude. I'm about to be jumped by sheep. Yeah. Dude. But here's the thing. The reason why that happened, they chased me all the way back to the house.
Why?
Because I still had the potato peels in my hand.
You all get away. They're just like hungry.
Yeah. I'd be swinging the bag at them. And
curse you.
I'd throw it over there and then they'd leave me alone. I'd be like, oh, man.
That's funny.
I'd come back in the house crying. My grandparents would be like, why are you crying? The sheep try to attack me.
No. Dude, that's awesome, though. Those are memories you never forget, dude.
Yeah, but out of all that, I started learning to like rope more. Mm-hmm. I got back into it in 2022, I'd say.
Like team roping?
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Love it. I got my uncles and my cousins and like just people that I'm tribally related to.
Yeah.
When you're Navajo, you have like clans. You have clans. Like for example, to all the Navajos that are listening to this, I will tell you my clans. There's 4 clans: your grandma, your grandpa, your dad, and your mom.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this in Navajo.
Okay.
Tachini Inshle, Hawaiian Bashinchi, Oga Dashiche, Hawaiian Deshanele. Those are my 4 clans right there. So I'm half Hawaiian, half Navajo.
That's sick.
And what's cool about that?
So you have superhuman strength.
Yeah, basically, dude.
Those two, dude? Hawaiian and Native American?
I'd never, like, it's crazy. Like, a lot of people come to me and they'll tell me, like, are you Samoan or, you know, all that. And I asked my grandma, but I guess Hawaiian is just Hawaiian by itself, too, as well. Like, you don't need to be, like, Samoan. Like, I'm still a little iffy on that. I got to figure that out a little more. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm more Navajo because I just grew up in that
like
entire
that
thing.
Like,
that
culture.
I'd go 100% full Navajo. That's just me, yeah. Well, along with that, with my cousins and stuff, like let's say if I'm in Tachini clan, that means red running into water. That's what that means. Tachini, red running into water clan. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to all my Tachinis.
Tachini.
There's like more than like 100 different tribes, dude. There's a lot.
Dude,
of tribes
I was been wanting to ask you about that.
Yeah,
it's like your family, cool. Like that was something I remember.
Yeah,
you know, like your auntie's named Feather.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
Shout out to Feather.
Shout out to Feather.
Great people.
There's actually 2 of them in my family.
I remember you guys talking about like your clans and stuff like that, but like
yeah, like
I never really like asked about it any farther than what you told me.
Yeah, like everybody, all my mom's like siblings, they all have a name like that, and then my mom is just Tiffany, just the cool normal name. I love my mom. Shout out to my mom if you're watching this.
Tiffany
as well.
is a great mom. She's like one of our team moms. She's awesome.
One of the biggest people that have inspired me to just continue to be strong. Cause I know that my mom has been through a lot in life.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. Cause, you know, to get somewhere, you have to go through a lot.
Yeah.
So just seeing who my mom is today is awesome. I love my mom. And I feel like just the things that I do, I would do for her, you know?
Yeah.
So
she passed that on to you to where you want to. The way you were raised, you want to pass that on.
Yeah, no,
pass
exactly.
That down.
Just want to continue
That's
that
good
line
parenting.
of strong people. You know, my parents are very, very strong people. Like my dad and my mom, they're humble. They're strong people in general. They bring good vibes, good energy. If we have food, we'll feed all the neighbors if we can.
Dang.
Or like we'll go by and we'll bring them food. Like, hey,
where do you guys live? I'm gonna be your neighbor. No, I'm just kidding.
I live in Belen, guys. I'm a Belen boy. Shout out to Belen and everybody in Belen.
There we go.
Let's
go. Wait. I did not mean the food.
Yeah, he's dissing on Belen on the low, guys.
I'm B-Town.
B-Town is the big wins.
Yeah. But so your mom, like, she persevered through a lot.
Yeah. Like she pushed through it though. She pushed through it, and that inspired me to want to be the best version of myself. Like in school, like right now, I'm doing online school for UNM. We'll go over there every now and then, I'll also be starting another school in September. ABC. I don't know if you ever heard of ABC. It's like for trades. I'm a general contractor. I work as a general contractor. I still have a lot of learn, but I'll be there. Shout out to my boss. He's a cool guy. He's trying to make us superintendents, future superintendents. That's how cool, you know. He's trying to get us to understand what everything is instead of just one trade. Yeah. So I'm like really into trades.
What's your favorite like trade like out of all of them? Like
I'd say
weld, plan.
I say tiles, guys. I like tiles. They're so
flooring?
easy. Yeah, flooring is so cool.
I hate flooring so bad.
I'm not bad at it. Like recently,
that's a different skill.
We just got a job done with like carpet tile.
Yeah,
it was like super easy, but I just like how satisfying.
Yeah,
it is
like
to
it's like a puzzle.
Yeah,
you put it all together.
I also like welding a lot. I really just got into welding like a few weeks ago.
TIG and MIG and stuff like that.
I'd say stick. Just I'm like welding myself a roping dummy right now. Actually,
no way.
Yeah, it's in the making.
Heck yeah, dude.
And then my buddy's he's welding himself a bucking barrel for bull riding.
Oh, like those with the springs?
Yeah. It's coming out so well. I mean, we tried to get on it, and then like my big self like kind of ended up bending the bar from sitting up here. So now we got to get a stronger bar. Yeah, it was literally like falling like this, dude. It's insane.
My cousin used to have one of those, and we would like go crazy, dude.
Yeah,
we'd have like 5 guys pulling the springs, so like you would fly up like 20 feet in the air.
I mean, that's the only way to go out, really. Like, if you fall, you fall.
And if
you want to overcome that,
yeah,
that's the reason you want it that high. You can't just Like
You want to make it
have
real.
little small. You want to make it real. You want to make it look
Dang.
realistic because once you get on that bull, it's a whole new story.
Have you ever been on a bull or not?
I've been on the bull like a few times. Like I say twice, but I didn't win. I did not cover it.
Oh, like in a rodeo you joined?
Oh, not even a rodeo.
Or
just
like
for
just at
practice.
someone's house,
just
like just to get on it?
like, hey, we're gonna be doing bull riding over here. You want to come by? I was like, I guess I could try. And they're like, they'll pass me the vest and everything. They're like, you know how to bull ride? I'm like, yeah, you just stiff, pump your chest out, put your feet all the way up here, and let's roll down.
It's like the most basic instructions.
But dude, there's
go.
actually form to bull riding.
Oh yeah.
All those bull riders. I was actually just watching so many bull riders on the way
Posture,
here.
Chest.
Just yeah, no,
Like, just keep it tight.
the way they swing, like
You don't want to you want to keep your hand in there.
yeah, you know, a big thing for bull riding is that you can't look anywhere else. You just
Down.
because you look that way, you're gonna go.
You're watching the shoulders
yeah,
or the head, which way it's gonna lead.
yeah, just right there.
It's
Exactly
easier
where
said
your
than
hands
done.
Yeah, way easier said than done. I watched a lot of those bull riders. I'm not a bull rider myself. I just like the rope.
I'm the same as you. Well, I grew up like doing sheep riding, steer riding. I think I rode like one junior
mutton
bull,
busting.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
But I remember the last rodeo I did where I rode, dude, I didn't have no gear, no chest, no nothing. Like, my uncle was a professional bull rider, so he was just like, you'll be fine. So like I remember I had my blend wrestling hoodie on, and then one of my friends let me borrow his vest, and I had a cowboy hat. So I was like riding with a blend hoodie and a vest, no helmet, just sending it to.
oh my gosh, dude. You know, I get so afraid to do that sometimes. I'm actually trying to get into bull riding like crazy this year. Like once we get that
Be
bucking
careful,
barrel done,
bro.
bro, I'm gonna get into it.
Be careful, man.
But I'm not trying to do like rodeo 24/7. I think it's just like a little fun, you know,
Like a
little
side
little
thing
hobby,
to
little
do,
side thing. Yeah.
just to-
like that's what roping's to me. Like I don't go. I do it very occasionally nowadays.
like not make a career out of it. It's more just still like a hobby.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like the last buckle I won, dude, was in 2024.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. In Arizona, Cave Creek. Y'all know where that is.
Shout out to Cave Creek.
Shout out to Cave Creek. No worries, man. Yo, Steve, over there. We're just keep recording, man. Come on, do your job, dude.
Come on, dude. I know we pay you less than minimum wage, but like,
You know,
step it up.
you're here, bro. This is better than nothing,
Dude, I kind of wanted to get into like your business, you know, like your hat
yeah.
business.
I own a hat company, Rank and Rowdy hat company. It's kind of weird. I watched a few like people like have their hats and stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, you know, I wonder how cool it would be to have a hat. But the main thing that really set me off to have that company
What?
is I'm a big cap guy. I love my caps. I love my hats.
Yeah.
I love Whiskey Bands, Lazy J's, Red Dirts. I love all those hats. Like they're so cool. Well, it depends. I'm really picky on my hats too.
Are you?
Like I won't just wear anything. Like I only wear flat brims just to bend it myself.
Yeah.
I can't wear the ones that like come.
Already come shaped.
Yeah, it's just doesn't make my head look funny. It makes it look like a peanut, dude. But I like those flat brims that I can bend myself.
Heck
And
yeah.
I started noticing that I'd go to Cavender's, Boot Barn, you know, even online to go and get a hat.
Yeah.
I go to school, someone would be wearing the same hat as me. I'm like, bro, like, come on, that sucks. Like,
That sucks, huh?
I thought I had the coolest hat
Yeah.
here. Hey, where'd you get that hat, Alex? No, nobody asked me that because that dude already had it, you know?
Yeah.
So then I started noticing that there was less and less designs. I don't know if it was just me tweaking or something, but
Yeah.
like I would look around and be like, you know, I used to have that hat. Oh, there's that hat. Oh, I have that hat right now. Like,
Starting
Like,
to see
what's
the
up with
same
it?
stuff recycled almost in a way.
in every brand. Like for example, I was like scrolling through TikTok the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like looking at all these hat companies, and I see this one hat. It's a cool hat and all, but it'll be just like a hat with a feather, and then it'll have their company name on top.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, now let me go check out this one. Check out this one. Let me go look at this one. They're all the same, literally the same feather, and every single one of them with just their own.
Just their
I'm
brand
like,
on
okay,
it.
so that's the same thing, dude. Like, you know, I'm just like, all right, I'm kind of getting bored of these designs.
Yeah. And the fact that all these different companies are almost mimicking each other.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, what if I make my own hat company? That's when that came up. And I tried to buy a hoodie from this one guy, but he like lived all the way in Bernalillo.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's like an hour drive.
Like a
He was
custom hoodie or something or what?
oh, just like from his brand. I was
Oh,
like, oh,
yeah.
that's so cool. You know, like I really like the way these came out. That's
Yeah.
so cool. He had like a pink hoodie and like a black hoodie with I think his name was like Rowdy Riding.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Rowdy Riding, bro. That's a pretty dope company. I'm still waiting for that hoodie, man.
Rowdy Riding.
$30 for a hoodie.
That's not bad.
That's
That's
a
how
steal.
much like a t-shirt is.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I will
No.
still be buying that.
He's
But-
gonna raise the prices now after this podcast.
Hey, I'll make sure he sees this. I think his name's like Jacob
Okay.
or something. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I haven't met him in person, and I've never like really spoke to him. But
So he's someone that you got connected with, or someone that was making brands that you liked.
I just seen
Or
like a few of his
designs.
brand. I was like, I wonder if I can make mine.
Mhm.
You know, so like I came out with a few things. I looked up names, and there was just too many names taken with Rowdy.
Yeah.
Too many names taken with Lazy, and I was just like, man, this is hard. Like, how do I find a cool name? And then I realized that there's like some people in town that will be like, oh, that's pretty rank. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, yo, that's
Like
rank.
that Bulls rank.
Oh yeah, they'll be like, oh, that guy's rank. And I'm like, who's that guy? And they'll be like, oh, he's a good rider, bro. He's pretty rank. And I'm like, rank.
That's
rank,
a country word for sure
Yeah.
that I haven't heard in a while, but I used to hear it a lot,
Yeah.
like at ropings and stuff.
So I thought, hey, you get on a bull, you get rowdy. You
That's true.
get on a bull, you ride. So I was like, rank. And that's when I came
like-
up with rank and Rowdy Hat Company. I was like, I don't like and.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put in. Just
Yeah.
in and the
Rank and
quotation mark.
Rowdy.
Rank in Rowdy Hat Company. So then I started
Goes off
coming
the
up
tongue.
just like that. I was just like, bam.
Wait. There we go. I need to memorize these.
Rankin Rowdy.
Say it one more
Hat
time.
Company.
Rankin Rowdy Hat Company. Beautiful.
And then there's an Instagram for it. That's the only thing I got up for it. I'll
Yeah.
be making a TikTok for it soon.
That's what's up.
Kind of want to like use my social platforms to connect with other people.
Heck yeah.
I have a few people on that will be checking out my hats or even just taking a look, like Dazaki Sakarno. Sakarno.
Yeah.
Let me say that one more time.
Zaki
Sakarno. He's a country singer from Las Cruces, New Mexico.
No way.
I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's pretty good.
I maybe I have, or maybe I've seen him and not even known.
Big fan, dude. I love that guy. That guy, he brought some good energy. I followed him, and then he followed me right back. I was like,
Nice.
whoa, what a win. And then I texted him. I was like, hey, this and this and this. I'd like to send you a hat. Just to send you a hat. You just let me know what you think of.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need no sponsorship or anything. I would just like for some of these
Like an honest
big,
opinion.
yeah, just
hook you up.
from someone big,
Yeah.
especially. So I was like, I'm gonna send this out. And then I have a few like other people like ambassadors wise.
Yeah.
I have some ambassadors where they're just like already big for showing off other companies and stuff. So I
Yeah.
was like, I need bigger connections. I need to show them off with this and this. And so I'm gonna see if I can get connected. Usually they leave like an email in their bio or something.
Yeah.
So I'll get emailed with them, and sometimes I'll just have some good big people come by.
Yeah.
Already take a look at the hat, and hey, I would love if you send me a hat, man, I'll freaking help you out. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's such a win actually. Yeah, I'll take that.
Heck yeah.
And I'll send it right through.
That's sick. And you do like the threaded kind, like you
Yeah,
do
embroidery.
Embroidery.
Yeah,
like kind of like the one you're wearing, like that style. That's embroidered.
yeah, I know. Well, this one's puff embroidered. I like it.
I
embroidery is
like
just
that. I like the way that looks with the threads like popping out.
Yeah, no, this one's cool. Shout out Whiskey Bent Hat Co.
Yeah.
If you ever need a sponsor, I'll be around.
Dang, heck yeah, dude. So those you started getting connected with those bigger channels and stuff.
Yeah, and
And
so
it's just like picking up momentum.
yeah. But back to those designs, when I seen less and less, that's when I thought I should be able to make my own. Like I haven't even been able to wear other companies' hats like ever since I started making my hats. Except this one. This is the only one I had in my car, so I had to use this one. And
My
then,
bad. He came in rocking a sick cowboy hat, and I was like,
dude,
dude,
you
I
guys
don't know
should
if
see
we could. I have mine. I want to wear mine, but with the headphones, I don't know if it'll work.
I should just made like 2 holes like right into like and just put this right there.
Yeah. To promote the pod, we'll throw on the cowboy hats. For sure.
just to promote the pod.
Just to prove that we're real cowboys. No, I'm just kidding.
A hat does not make Cowboys. I'll let y'all know.
Dude, I always laugh because like you've heard of the Dirty Bourbon, right?
Oh,
That-
yeah.
That whiskey, whatever, that country bar in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And I just like laugh because like I'll just show up in my street clothes, like tennis shoes, and like some dudes are there, brand new Justin boots. They got the new Ariat hat. They're like decked out, dude. And I'm
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder how many of these guys are like about it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You know?
I feel like that's like a big thing for a lot of people. Like they say that rodeo makes you a cowboy and all that. Like, no,
Yeah.
honestly, that unpopular opinion, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I'd say no to that. That's a big no to me. I feel like it's, knowing how to like cowboy, quote
Yeah.
unquote. It's a weird way of saying it. You just gotta like grow into it. You know, ranching, you know,
Yeah,
cattle, like all those things, just like all those little qualities is really like what makes you
for sure
that kind of person.
Like when I think of cowboys, you know, I think of like grit. I think of like manners, hard work, you know, willing to not being afraid,
just
whether
that
it's
whole
jumping on a horse,
cattle life.
Someone tells you to pick a shovel up, dig a ditch. Like, are you going to wimp out about it?
Yeah. Just knowing how to do that. Like, you know, you call yourself a cowboy and you're just a bull rider and you go through and you don't know how to tie a fence down.
Yeah.
Or you don't know how to bale hays, or you don't know how to feed the cows, or you don't know how to irrigate and all that. You know, it just, that doesn't add up. You know, rodeo is just a sport. Remember that, guys. It's just a sport. But
that's true.
It really, really depends on like who you grew up with. Like Aiden, my buddy Aiden, for example. Yeah, that is probably the biggest rancher dude I've ever. Oh, he's so about it. Freaking kick my butt.
Rowdy?
He's ranking Rowdy. Kick my butt anytime, man. But
oh, dude, some cowboys are like the toughest dudes I've ever met, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I've met
like I was watching like the NCAA wrestling tournament like recently.
Yeah,
and all the best dudes are like from these like corn fed like country states. Like, like national champ is like from Nebraska. You could tell this dude's just throwing hay his whole life. Like he's just like a built.
Yeah, no,
you know, like totally. You can tell these dudes are raised different.
Yeah, it's just like it's a lifestyle, man. That's what it is. It's just it's a complete lifestyle. I feel like you guys should all get it done. It's pretty fun after a while. I feel like if you've done it forever, though, it's like, oh man.
So that's what I was gonna get to. Is I was raised since I was born, like in that life.
Yeah,
like my dad had me doing sheep riding, had me planting trees, painting fences, holding the ladder while he's welding, just like all the country things you could think of. And I like affiliated it like with work.
Yeah.
So like as a kid, I was like, oh, I can't wait to just like wear baggy pants. Like I'm tired of wearing Wranglers. Like that's all I wore. Like my parents just buy me Wranglers and like just regular clothes, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly.
And so as a kid, I was always like, oh, I'm tired of being a cowboy. Like I hate dressing like this. Like I got to tuck my shirt in. And so when I like left my house, I like, and people know, like people don't think I'm cowboy because I do dress like super street style now.
Yeah, I
like
do that
people don't know. Like I just, you know, I'll change it up. But but what I'm getting at is like now that I'm older, now that I've been away from it for a while, it's like calling me back, dude.
Oh, like I would totally go back.
There's a part of me that just like misses that. Like like when I think about raising a family, like I think about raising them with like on some acres, like teaching, you know, being able to go outside of my kids and
that's
doing work.
My dream
like,
right there.
That is like what I want, you know.
Nice green land, or just a really big backyard. You know? And
something you can just plant your own field.
You know, have your horses over here, have your cattle there.
Dude,
it's just
that's the dream.
That's literally what I want. I can see myself, me and my kids, and just my wife, and then our awesome big backyard.
We gotta find wives first, though.
Oh, dude, it is a struggle here. Let me know. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys.
Can a good cowboy find a good wife?
Can a good cowboy find a good wife? That's the quote of the day.
We're just two ranking rowdy dudes, I guess. Too rowdy.
You know, I feel like everybody that I've had and showed this company, they'll say something just or like my boss, for example, would be like, "Are you rough and ready?" Like, what does that mean?
Like he just throws in 2 words.
Oh man, dude, these people, man.
That's when you know you got a good brand. When people can play with it and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's just it's something. I love this hat brand. You know, I'm able to like start all these new designs. Like I have so many like already ready to go out, and I have a lot in the making right now. I'm just finding like good people, and I feel like I want my hat company to be based around good people. Yeah, like good vibes. Yeah. Nobody who sees so high of themselves, or you know, someone who's willing to help someone. And
I like that.
Just spread that positivity. My hat company isn't just a hat company. Like if you take a look at some of the people that I have on my company, there's more to the meaning of the picture than just modeling for my hat. Like there's good. This is a good person. I would definitely love for them. Like, for example, I have 2 sponsors. I'm sponsoring 2 people, 3 people, but the third person, I still have to send them hats and like all that. That was our little agreement. But, you know, Quaden Otagon, that's a cool guy. I love that guy. He's a bull rider, and a Team Roper.
Okay. So
Loves
you're
his Team
sponsoring
Roper.
these guys that do rodeos?
I'm sponsoring him and this other guy named Elliot Frazier. Elliot Frazier is probably one of the best dudes I've ever met. He's such a kind-mannered dude. He came up to me and like started calling me sir. I'm like, dude, we're about the same age. And he's just like, sir this, sir that. Oh, I'm
Telling
sorry,
you, bro.
sir.
Cowboys got those manners.
I was like, you know what? This is like the nicest dude I ever met. I even told him, I was like, you know what? My name's Alex, man. So every time you see me, just call me Alex, bro. And like we became really like cool with each other. Like I said, I don't do rodeo like that anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like round where I'll just be like, you know, oh yeah, I'll totally come down to.
Yeah.
I like to rope in Arizona. Arizona's a big place. I feel like I've seen so much here in New Mexico. It's just like not a place that I want to like do rodeo as much as I would like to, you know?
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of talk, a lot of positive and negative, you know, around. So I'd like to be a place where just nobody would know who I am.
Oh, yeah. I get that.
Love that. Love that. You know, make new friends. That's cool.
And you have the personality to
Companions.
do it. That's one thing that we got in common.
Yeah.
Like I could go snowboarding by myself and make like 5 new friends.
Oh,
Have the best day ever.
I still haven't been snowboarding yet.
Dude, we need to go.
Dude, how much are those boards anyways?
My
see you
good
gotta
board,
feel me.
that yellow one right there, that's a LibTech park board. I think that was like 500. But they at I think I got it at Sports Systems. I think you could put like 25% down, and then you could just make monthly payments. Because I got it when I was like still in college, and wasn't like making, you know, I couldn't just drop 5 bills.
I heard that's like $2,000.
They were able to do that.
There's a few like
a
few hundreds and all
and
that.
I've had that board for forever, and it's still legit. But so that's a good thing is like if you get a board, it'll last. Like if you take care of it.
Yeah.
It's not like one thing you have to get a new one every 2 years.
Yeah.
Unless you crash into like a ton of trees, but
you know, Santa Fe, right? Santa Fe. Is that like all real snow or fake?
Mountains. Fake, but it snows too. It's like both.
It's like a mixture.
Yeah, like the base is fake. They like keep these snow things running all year.
Oh, dude,
and then
I want to try
usually
that so
they
bad.
get storms.
That's
be careful, bro.
Cool,
you got to be careful. But you got this.
Let me know when you go snowboarding. I'll come along. Yeah, I'll definitely
do a little vlog, bro.
Oh,
rough and rowdy on the mountain.
You ever thought about that though?
What?
Like,
vlogging?
Like getting, you know, like doing vlogs and stuff. I want to do vlogs so bad. I want to start a YouTube channel, bro.
You should. I don't know. Thought about it. I think like I just like doing my own little like Instagram reels. Like that's like my vlog, I guess.
Love Instagram reels.
But like the whole like, hey guys, what's up? Just woke up out of bed. I'm gonna make some coffee. Like there's too much of that.
It's like a once in a while, man.
Like Logan Paul vlogs, I'm not really about.
Yeah, no.
But
I don't even
who
know
knows?
about
It might be making a comeback.
Like maybe, dude.
If you want to do it. And if it doesn't work out, then switch
Isn't
it
he
up.
like a wrestler now? Like a WWE?
He's WWE wrestler. His brother's pro boxer. I think he does podcasting.
It's every day, bro.
I'm not the biggest fan of Logan Paul, to be honest.
With that Disney Channel flow.
He has the Prime energy drink.
What do you think on that? It's not that bad.
I mean, it's probably like the same as Gatorade.
I like the Bomb Pop, man. But I heard it's like bad too. So I don't know how I feel about that.
Dude, I have a question though about your hats. So do you take, like if someone has their design, do you make their design, or are you making your own designs and push them out? That's cool.
Like I'll see something to inspire me to make a design like that.
Yeah.
But I will not make it exactly the same. I'll like find new things, new horns, for example.
Yeah.
Like new backgrounds. Like I have this one hat with like a desert background.
Okay.
I feel like it gives off Arizona, Texas, and New Mexico. And those are definitely 3 states that love wearing hats like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, you gotta I graphic design all my things. I do not have a graphic designer, just myself.
That's cool that you have full creative control.
Yeah.
And you get to make whatever you want and push it out.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll see a hat and I'll be like, oh, that is so cool. That gives me an idea. Like, what if I do this and this? I've never seen this on a hat before.
Yeah.
So I'll like check it out and
And like you take them to like rodeos and stuff too? Like,
I do not. Surprisingly, I don't.
I was going to say you could probably just like take your box to a rodeo and like.
What I was thinking is, what if I buy like, you know, like 25 of each hat that I make and then like start like one of those little stands.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like have your own little,
like
just if you're going to go to the rodeo anyways, just like have a little booth.
Yeah, no, you know, like my hat prices too are about exactly the same like price you'd buy for a regular hat. Like the hat that I'm wearing is like probably 35, 30, $40 almost. The hats that I sell are 35.
That's solid.
Well, depending on like how much work I put into it or how much I have to pay into it.
Yeah,
Is where
and
the
you're a
prices
startup
go.
business. You know, like you gotta like every startup business, it's gonna be like that at the beginning.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like you can't like you have to make money to get started to get it, keep it going, and then
Like
you
I'll
know.
have people and they'll be like, "How much is your hat?" I'm like, 35." What, bro? I'm like, "What do you mean? Like the fitted hat that you're wearing right now is at least like $60, dude."
That's what's up.
But I put more design into this hat. You're gonna tell me like it's too expensive?
If they don't want it, they don't want it.
Hey, that's what I'm
It's
saying. I
like-
was like, if it's just not your cup of
Yeah.
tea, you know.
And then
just
they're like,
pour
wait,
another
actually, I do
cup.
want it. Just like use reverse psychology.
You know, it's weird because I've been noticing that my brand has like came around. Like other people will see my starting brand and will be like, it's all right.
Yeah.
And then they'll see their homie wearing it, and then they'll come back to me, but hey, I really like your hats. I'm like, like that's cool, I guess. Like, thank you, I appreciate the positivity.
Yeah.
It's just like it hits me in the head a little bit. Like, if my could be like a trending thing,
Yeah.
then everybody who even wouldn't want to wear it would still wear it.
Yeah.
Just
And
'cause
you get
it's a
that
trending
confidence
thing.
boost. Like, you know what? Like, I do trust my intuition. Like, if I think something's cool and people are liking it and receiving it well, like, you trust your own creative mind more, you know?
Yeah, no, like,
You're like-
I'll have my parents or like some family members or just good friends and good close people. Like, I'll be like, "What do you think of this hat?" before I drop it. Oh, well, I like it. And then I'll have other people like, "Oh, no, it's all right. It's okay." And then I'll ask the other guy, "Hey, what do you think of this hat?" "Oh, I like it." Like, that's a really fire hat. So I
Yeah.
just heard two different perspectives of, it's okay. I don't really like that. And then I'll hear the other one, "Oh, I really like that." So what I'm thinking is like, I have to make a hat for everybody, because I'm sure how they felt, if I make a hat that they like, I'm sure the person who felt the same way of the other hat would like that hat too.
Yeah.
And this person who loved my hat, there's probably a hat I'll make that he won't like. So I got to make like a ton of different designs
Varieties.
just for people
That's
that
true.
like fits them like,
Like
that.
some people like big and bold.
Yeah, no,
Some
like
people like more subtle.
some people like the whole hat filled. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know if I could do that.
It's personality, dude.
Yeah,
It's like preference.
exactly. It just deals with preference. So I have to make like a bunch of varieties of all of my stuff.
That's what's up, dude.
I have this shop that I'm going to right now
Okay.
to get my embroidery done, because like an embroidery machine by itself is already like $10,000 to $15,000,
Jeez.
right? So all the investment that I have out of these hats are going into that embroidery machine. So
Mhm.
life will be a little simpler, and I won't have to drive and
Yeah.
come back. I just have to.
Have the shop out of your house.
I have a few people working for the team a little bit. Like, I have a supplier from Texas, and he sends me all my hats or
You were
some.
telling me those brands that were on your jacket.
Oh yeah,
Or some
dude.
of those.
Those are like a few of people who sponsored me, like hat companies, like Wild Rooster Hat Company. Shout out Wild Rooster Hat Company, man. That is one of the coolest flipping teams I've ever seen.
Wild Rooster.
Wild Rooster. I'll show you a hat right after this. You'll be like, okay, that is pretty sick. He made a glow in the dark hat,
No way.
like a WR with the horns on it.
That's sick.
It's like a glow in the
Dang,
dark.
I haven't
hat.
seen glow in the dark merch since like early 2000s.
Forever, man. I used to wear like a bunch of glow in the dark Nikes, man. Like, that's how crazy that is.
Yeah, I remember having those glow in the dark stars in my room.
Oh, the
and I
ones
thought
that you
that
would
was
like
the coolest thing ever.
tape up on your ceiling.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would like
It
fall.
doesn't
on my
even really
brother.
glow that much, but you're just like,
Like, me and my brother would just be like sleeping, and then like you'll just feel a star like straight to the dome, man.
Dude, before we kind of get to a close, I kind of did have a question about like you were talking about your clans and stuff like that.
Yeah, go for it.
So you said you're part of the Navajo clan, right?
Yeah.
So like
Navajo tribe.
so there's Navajo tribe, and then your family is the clan.
like
Like clan.
they're
this
just
clan.
yeah. You have this clan. This
And
clan.
then, but you're part of the tribe, the Navajo tribe.
Yeah.
And so like, do you guys like? Because I always wondered, because like we probably have the state with like the most Native Americans in it. Us, Arizona, maybe,
Yeah, us in Arizona.
and
for
then
sure.
maybe
just the
like
four corners.
Montana or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, do you guys like? Do you ever like have like big meetups with your tribe, or like?
The powwow.
Is there like things where you guys all get together, like your whole tribe, and like celebrate and stuff like that?
I would say that's the powwow.
The powwow?
Powwow is called the Gathering of Nations.
I was gonna ask about that. So
It's,
so that's where all of them.
Yeah, all of us, every single one.
Is it like good blood, or is it like,
good
oh, that
vibes
tribe's here,
from
we're gonna take them out?
No,
Like
it's-
Las
it's a
Lunas Belen?
gathering. Like, you'll have no, like Valencia County.
Oh, that tribe's here,
Belen
bro.
versus
Take 'em
yeah.
out.
He's from Valencia. No,
Like-
he's from Belen. He's from Los Lunas. No, man.
Because that's what I've always wondered. Like, do the tribes do they all get along, or is there like
There's some
like
tribes
the
that just don't
Sleta,
like
there's
us.
this, there's
like in general, like not calling out anybody, won't say any
Yeah,
names,
yeah.
but there is some like tribes. Well, like I'll have friends from other tribes and it'd be like, oh, like I don't know, all the Navajos I've ever met were like mean. Like I like you because you're a nice guy. And I'm like, oh, I appreciate that. And I'm like, so like,
So there's a little bit, but more or less everyone gets along.
yeah.
For Gathering of the Nations, is that just like one big like celebration of like all the
574 different tribes from around the whole world come to Gathering of Nations.
Is
like,
it one of those where you have to be in a tribe to get in?
I wouldn't say you have. No, you don't. Like anyone can come and watch, but the people who are dancers and stuff are most likely in
right.
Highly in a tribe. Yeah, like we have Southern traditional dancers. Apaches have the crown dancers and stuff.
That's sick.
Like there's like a bunch of different kind of dancers, grass dancers, chicken dancers. It's crazy.
So it's like one big like concert almost.
Oh, then we have royalty.
What's that?
Royalty, they're like pageant queens, kind of like.
No
we
way.
have Miss Indian Universe.
She's like the top of the.
Or I think Miss Indian World. I think that's her name. Yeah.
Miss Indian World. That's sick.
And this year, like last year and the year before, were Navajos who won. This year,
so they have the competition of the dancers or the whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then this
So
year,
you're
the
like,
Potawatomi tribe is Miss Indian World now. This year. But shout out to you guys, really. I love all my tribes. I love all natives, despite how they feel about what tribe I am or what I'm in.
Yeah.
You know, you're still a human being, still just like
the individual.
Still an individual. We came from the same person, same blood. Whatever your religious beliefs are.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't get in the way of how I see a person as a person.
Cool. I like that.
I just think you have your perspectives and you have your reasons to feel that way and be that way.
Yeah.
I have mine. I just want to let you know that you're a human being just like I am. And
yeah.
I don't think
put your differences aside and shake hands. I respect that. Yeah. Cause I mean, I never had too many Native American friends, but I always freaking love the culture. Yeah. And like when I was working at one of my older jobs, one of my partners, I forget what tribe he was in, but he was like all about it. Like he had the long braid.
Oh,
like he was like, his name was Epifano.
Well, that's a cool
and
name.
He was cool because like, even though like we had our, you know, religious differences or whatever, I liked the way he looked at things. Like you know how like we're just so stuck to our screens. We're so like distracted.
Yeah. Like
working with him, he would like observe like the land, the sky. Like we would be out and about driving and there would be like these two huge thunder clouds. And he's like, you know, he would just give this whole meaning behind it. Like, oh, that thunder cloud represents this. Like today's going to be like, it was just cool to just see the way that he like observed like the land and the scenery around him.
Yeah.
You know, like he was like really intuitive of like his surroundings.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool. Like,
that's
you know, this dude's cool, like, I like respect people who like can still acknowledge the clouds and like see their beauty, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%.
I like really respect that.
You know, those are the type of people I like to surround myself around, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people who have like struggles and stuff that they go through. And I feel like a lot of people don't see that.
Yeah.
And they think that they should be the same as them and all that. No, like everybody has their own opinion for everything.
So I have a little Easter egg about me. So I don't know why, I just like love Native American music.
Oh,
and so
Young Spirit.
I don't think anyone actually knows this. Maybe one of my best friends, but I go to the gym a lot, right? Like I go to the gym every day. Mm-hmm. And like some of my favorite gym songs are like war chants.
Yeah.
I has like the Apache war chant.
Oh, like,
or like just different tribes war chant with just the drum, like.
Oh yeah.
And like just them singing.
My grandma loves that music.
Dude, it gets me going, dude. Like when I'm hitting squats, dude, and I have that war chants in my head.
Yeah.
I just feel like, let's go, dude. It's just like, it's so like just pure, you know? It's like raw.
My grandma was saying something like that the other day. Like when we went to the powwow, like there's some people that have like little bit of blood in them.
Yeah.
Of that kind of tribe. But when you get to the powwow and you hear the music, you fully embrace that little blood to just full-blooded that and this.
Heck
like you feel it. You feel it. You got to go to powwow.
Heck yeah.
I'll send you the dates.
Dude, let me go with you.
Oh, you got it. You love my grandma. My grandma's like she tries to get like a lot of my friends to come to things like that. Like, and they're always down, you know.
Heck yeah.
Like,
dude, I love the
culture.
Place, That's one thing that I like would want to.
Super expensive though.
Learn more about. And Dude,
It's like
it's all right.
$25 for the parking, $25 to get in. That's already 50 now.
Jeez.
Imagine you had like 2 people already, dude. It's like the state
Oh.
fair, but for natives.
Hey, it's all good, bro. I guess you got to keep the lights on.
Yeah, no. I'm so excited for the state fair.
When is
now that I think
the
about it.
powwow?
It's usually, actually, it's kind of weird. Last time I went, it was last month, I believe.
Oh, so it just passed?
Yeah. But
Dang
I'm
it.
sure there's a few that come around.
Do they have it at the state fairgrounds or what?
Yeah. Over there at the Coliseum.
At the Native American Culture Center or whatever?
Just like yeah. At the Coliseum, that big one.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you see your concerts and stuff. That
Yeah.
yeah, it's all
I know
over
what you're
there.
talking about. Dang, next one we're going to go.
Oh, I'm going to be in it. I'm going to be in
Let's
it.
go, dude.
I
Dude,
want
I'll
to
be
distance.
there. Let's go. I'll be dancing, bro.
Yeah. Southern traditional. I'm going to be in it. Just watch. And from there
That
on, I'm
just
going to keep
gets me.
going.
Just that.
This year I was
so I
already
like
feeling it,
techno.
like,
I like techno like that. And so I feel like I always say like I feel like Native American culture are like the first like techno heads
Yeah.
because they're the ones who first introduced just that consistent bass. Do do do
Yeah.
do. It's like a heartbeat, you know, and it just like that pulse. Like that song just has a pulse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just gets you there.
No, I
love
feel
that.
you. You know, I'm not a big techno guy, but I'll listen to it every now and then. Especially in the gym or when I'm alone. And I'm like, ding, 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 ding. And I was like, you ever been to a rave?
Yeah, dude. I used to live that life. I used to go to EDC. I used to go to Coachella. I used to.
No way.
When I was like 18 up to like 23, I was about it.
Those things are
I
so
like
cool.
just like that energy.
And like all those lights like hitting you, and you're looking at your homies, and they literally in a Spider-Man costume or something.
Yeah, that's. I think I like the against the grain culture of it.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
there's just some
100%.
weirdos. You don't care how weird you look. Everyone's welcome. Just
Yeah.
show up and have a good time.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'm
man.
definitely like not in that scene anymore, but I still have my favorite artists I listen to.
Yeah.
I actually like
Go
pretty
to
much
Gold
most
Rush.
types of music. It depends what season it is. Like
No,
I
feel
noticed
like
during
for real.
spring, summertime, I'm more like reggae, country,
Yeah.
you know. And
Depends
then,
on what mood I'm in.
yeah. And then if I go to the gym, I'll switch it up.
Like sometimes I'll be like on the way to Albuquerque, I'll be okay, and then something just like, oh, I got a text or something that just like made me mad in a way, and I'll turn the music to the top, just start bumping the hood music or something, just boom, boom. Like, you know, depending on how I feel, or even like my entry songs. Like sometimes I'll put an AirPod in my like ear, and I'll like walk into my friend's party or something. I'll have a song playing just to build my confidence.
Dude, I feel you. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Bro. I can't go to like Walmart without my headphones in. I just think I'm like in a music video.
Just dancing
Bumping
around.
Mac
the whole
Miller.
time.
I'm just like,
What?
but dude, we're kind of getting up to a close. I wanted to just thank you, bro, for coming and hanging out.
Oh no! Thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing me. Actually,
It was
I
awesome.
completely appreciate this. This is like my first time having a podcast like this. So, you know, once I heard about it and I got the message, it was like, it's a blessing. Like I said, it's so great to be here.
Heck yeah, man. I'm glad you got the chance to tell your story, you know.
Yeah.
A little background of who Alex is.
Yeah, no.
You know, I think it's cool. I learned a lot about you. Cool. I hope you continue striding, and, you know, continue, you know, walking in the light,
Yeah.
being a light. And the world needs more positive energy, bro. So the fact that you're a vessel that's willing to do that, just keep
Yeah.
it up, man. I
Yeah.
got your back.
Sounds good, man.
What's your Instagram? The not your personal, or you want to plug your business Instagram?
Yeah, here, I'll check this out. I am my personal account, right, is the AJ Gonzalez. TheAjGonzalez.
Okay. And then your hat company.
my hat company is Rankin Rowdy Hat Company.
So at Rankin Rowdy.
Just at Rankin Rowdy Hat Co. So
Okay.
RANKNROWDY Hat Co.
Let's go.
I also like to say, just shout out to all the people there, really. Even the people who aren't watching this and the people who are watching this, just stay positive. There's a lot of, you know, obstacles and hurdles to get past. 'Cause that's just the life of growing up,
Yeah.
really. And if you ever feel like nobody is there, you know, give someone a call.
Yeah.
They're there. I
For
promise you. just stay up and stay God-fearing. You know, God does a lot for all of us. And even if you don't follow God, that's okay. Just stay with a positive mindset. You know, I'm just a vessel, a person to tell you that and tell you, you know, I'm here.
Heck yeah.
You guys know my Instagram. Text me if you really need that much help. I'd love to help you guys.
I love it, man. Thank you. Thank you for your energy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to be throwing down at the powwow next year, bro.
Dude, getting down.
Might even get some workouts in, get back in the wrestling room. You know how we do, bro.
Yeah, already.
It's never out of us.
Yeah, never. Oh, never going to leave me.
I'm never going to leave.
Never.
Dude, episode 96, bro. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys. Oh, real quick, last plug. I am selling shirts. I don't think I announced this on my podcast, but I'm selling ATG Life shirts. They say against the grain on the back. I did a Marlboro themed shirt. A lot of people are asking, you know, why Marlboro, why the Marlboro font, and there actually is a story behind it. So the reason that I did go with the Marlboro themed drop this time,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a tribute and an homage, you know, tribute to my grandparents. My grandparents grew up smoking Marlboro Reds, bro. Like, little backstory, like my grandpa, he's not with us anymore, bless his heart, and my grandma. But I remember being like 3 years old, bro, watching the Animal Planet with my grandpa at like 10 p.m. at night. And he would have his little Marlboro cigarette, cup of coffee at 10 p.m. And he would let me get the cigarette gums.
Yeah.
So back then they would sell those cigarette gums.
Yeah.
And so like I thought I was cool, bro. Like I had my cigarette gum and I just, you know, he's probably training like me to not smoke cigarettes, which isn't good. But those just memories hold dear to my heart.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
I even remember like my grandma, like when I got kicked out of my house and I lived with my grandma, she would like, she knew she was cool. Like she was hip grandma.
Yeah.
And like she knew I would, you know, dabble with cigarettes and stuff, whatever. You know, she accepted me for who I was and she met me where I was at.
Yeah.
But like she would pack me little lunches and she would throw a little Marlboro cigarette in there for me, bro. Yeah. Like that's how like, that's so bad. But like those memories are just so like, you know, I love them. Like they had the best hearts ever. They were, you know, they were rowdy, but they were cool. Yeah. So I just wanted to like pay tribute to them, you know, like you know how they have like those Zin Awards now?
Yeah. Like
where you can like snap the thing and you get like a ice chest if you like snap so many. Yeah. So back in the day, they used to have that for Marlboros cigarettes. Yeah. And my grandpa, dude, he was so proud. He got like, he got my snowboarding bag through the awards. And it's a big old Marlboro red snowboarding backpack. Yeah. And dude, he was so proud when he got that. Like it's like, I won this. Like I got this. So when he passed, my parents or whoever gave it to me. And I use that every snowboarding season. Yeah. So that's a little backstory on the Marlboro drop. You know, a lot of you guys are asking. I'll probably clip this, put it out. Thank you guys for supporting ATG Life. Thank you guys for supporting Against the Grain. It's been a while since I've done merch, so it just feels good to give my fans something to rock, something to rep at the gym. Yeah. Snowboarding, anything. Like ATG Life, it's a blanket. Like you could live it however you want. Yeah. So thank you guys. Love you guys. Episode 96. Let's go, baby. Woo!